What's going on, Libra? Welcome to my channel, Divine Nudges. For those of you who are new here, the channel is also new, so thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me today. Libra, today we're going to be looking into what does Libra desire the most right now? What does Libra want at this time, need at this time? We'll take a look at that. We'll take a look at any obstacles that might be getting in the way of it and any solutions that are advised upon. Okay, Libra, so let's get right to it. Alrighty, we have a King of Swords in the reverse. This could be you, Libra. Um, that could be Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius for the King of Swords. So someone may have you blocked right now. You may want to be unblocked. Okay. Yeah, some of you may be incommunicado, not in communication with someone, having had no contact. Okay. At least that's what I'm getting for now. Let's see how these messages unfold. Yeah, an obstacle is okay. Someone may be a brat when they don't get what they want. Okay. And so maybe right now someone's being ghosted. By the way, Libra, I will leave it up to you to assign the energies to where they best fit in your storyline if they resonate with you at all. If they don't, there are wonderful other YouTube readers. I'm trying to reach their ranks, so I'm sure you're aware that offer great wonderful readings. But yeah, please use your intuition and assign these energies accordingly. Okay, so someone is a brat when they don't get what they want, and someone is really turned off by this right now. Okay, so they're taking some time away, taking a step back. Okay, so what's the solution for this? What's the solution for this? Um, huh. Hmm. Let's see here. So, one, for me, the Seven of Wands in reverse is always kind of let your walls down a bit type energy. Okay, someone may be overly defensive. Okay, so maybe not being as defensive about something. And that's something to do with money and family, something about finances. Um, maybe maybe be a little bit more generous. If this has something to do with a child, maybe some of you feel like you're taking care of someone, that might be, one of your children, and you feel like they're not learning responsibilities that way, and you feel like you need to kind of reel in on the money that they're spending, or that you provide, because they're overly dependent on you and not learning how to be self-sufficient and independent. Okay, I'm hearing that may be the case for some of you, because it's something to do with family and finances here. Yeah, definitely could be one of your children. This could be pertaining to someone's child for some of you. Okay. Yeah, so I'm getting for some of you, sometimes you just want to take a break away from being a parent, from being in charge, from being the authority figure, because it can get exhausting for you, Libra. Libra, I'm getting that you somehow always, when it comes to someone, you always, extend the olive branch. Maybe be the first to apologize, smooth things over. I'm getting that for those of you who do that too much. I'm getting that you should not continue to do that, right? Because that's how people get taken advantage of. For some of you, that doesn't make sense for this, the solution for the situation might be to extend the olive branch. Okay, so if this is someone that you are really generous with, maybe you're not the one that should be extending the olive branch. But if you're the one that someone is generous with, and you just had like a bad day or a bratty moment, maybe you need to extend the olive branch. So again, place these messages where they fit in your story. Let's dig a little deeper into this King of Swords and what's going on with this King of Swords here. Yeah, something has you super worried. Something has you stressed out. Okay, this is in the desire section, what you want the most. So clearly, what you want is not to be stressed out. Is to come up with some sort of a solution to the situation that kind of works for everybody. Because I see that you want to be fair, Libra. Are we shocked? The sign of the scales and balance. Um, You're feeling a bit alone in this. So you wish that you had some help in this situation, Libra, that this isn't something that you're dealing with on your own. Yeah, you want some strength right now. There may even be a little bit of, low self-esteem or a lack of confidence or feelings of inadequacy, right? So, you may be needing a little pick me up in terms of, your spiritual hygiene, Libra, to regain that strength that you need. Okay. I'm also hearing pride. All right. So maybe, what you would love is to be able to deal with people that didn't have so much ego, so much pride. This is the sign of Leo, by the way. So this may have something to do with the Leo. There may be a Leo that you're involved with, Libra, that, um, may be a little bit overly dramatic and the drama, and you just wish that the drama would stop and go away. And yeah, Libra, you wish that, someone here wishes that they would be seen for what they do, how much love they give, how caring they are, how generous they are, how nurturing they are. Okay, so like, if this is you, Libra, what you want the most right now is to be acknowledged and appreciated for all that you do for someone, or for how you contribute to a situation. Yeah, I see here where you also want to stop spending. I see where you also want to stop spending so much, and investing in this particular situation, Libra. You're ready to stop pouring resources and money into something. Your finances could be being drained by this situation. All right, let's look at some more about the obstacles, Libra. What's going on with these obstacles here? Queen of Cups. So this is Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Okay. Um, yeah, I get here that an obstacle may be that you feel, you're dealing with a spoiled brat and you may have contributed to spoiling someone, Libra. Maybe overly mothering, overly nurturing, overly caring. So I see a sense here of taking accountability for the part that someone played in all of this, for the part that they played in it. Yeah. It's almost as this is one of those situations where you treat people the way you want to be treated or the way that you would have wanted to be treated in the same situation, right? So there's been a bit of a challenge with balancing out, you know how much you should give with how much you didn't get, right? So there's a bit of a challenge for you to balance this out so that you don't overgive and you're not making this about you in the process. You could very easily redirect that energy. Energy can be transmuted. And you can redirect it to your inner child, Libra, so that because that's who's craving it. And so, giving it externally, outwardly to external forces is never going to feed the internal need. Okay, so if by chance this is attributed to some childhood trauma, maybe not having felt as loved or as cared for it or as seen or as heard, seek for ways for you to do that for your inner child, yourself, Libra, because that's the only way. That's the only way. Uh, but yeah, and that might be something that you did not see. That may be something that you did not see. You may not have seen, how bad the situation or a situation was getting until the damage was already done. I'm hearing cutting off access. Okay. We're looking at obstacles. So cutting off access, that may be something that you've been struggling with and haven't, done successfully to date. What else for obstacles for Libra in this situation? The Empress. Yeah. Yeah. See, it says here dependence on others, lack of growth, uncaring, overbearing, smothering. So yeah, this is definitely confirmation that, you know, you've been spoiling someone, right? And you're having a hard time cutting them off. Okay. Or this has created an obstacle where now this person is reacting to being cut off. And that in and of itself has just, it's kind of like a spiral or a domino effect. We're cutting them off, tipped over the next domino, and that domino happens to be the way the person is responding to being cut off, perhaps. For some of you, this could just really be weighing heavily on you. You may be having feelings of guilt behind the situation. All right, let's continue looking for solutions. I'm getting that there are a lot of ways in which someone can be supported, and it would be a good idea for you to, for both you and others involved in this situation, to figure out what that support looks like. You'll feel less guilty, and they'll continue to get the resources, albeit spiritual, and maybe make that plain and clear to them, right? Um, I'm hearing that it will take some time. It will take some work. It will take some getting used to. Yeah, here we have the Three of Swords, heartache, emotional pain, sorrow, trauma, grief, hurt, loss, depression, broken. So healing, like real healing from, again, your childhood traumas. I think I touched upon that when we were in the obstacles column. um, or we're looking at obstacles is, redirecting the energy to your inner child, or at the very least, yeah, doing the work to heal, to bring these subconscious um, traumas and pains and sorrows into your conscious mind, so that you become more conscious of how they drive you and trigger you. Okay, but there's definitely a need for healing. If any of you are experiencing depression, there's a need to deal with that. There's a need to face that, whether that's talking to someone, or, and that's always a really good place to start, but also just being aware of of the fact that you may deal, with depression, and that is something that has become normal, so it shouldn't be shame for anyone. I'm not sure who that message is going to, but I feel like it's going to someone here. Okay, because someone has suffered a lot of emotional pain and a lot of trauma, stemming from their childhood. And this may just be something that they have not faced yet, have not really fully dealt with or healed from. I'm getting that there may have been a lack of boundaries in a family unit, by the way. Like maybe, you weren't able to speak up for yourself. You weren't able to, defend yourself. And, like if you had something, like a toy or something belonged to you, you had to share it with your siblings, for example. You didn't have a right to kind of say, no, this is mine, don't touch it. There weren't those kind of boundaries around. And so this may be contributing to this situation of codependency here. What other solutions do we have? What other for Libra? I'm getting to that. Maybe, people didn't share things with you. Not cool. Yeah, I here we have the Ten of Cups. So the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups are both about family, could be about marriage as well, but I'm getting more so the family unit. Both of them have kids or babies around them. So it's like a family unit, okay? So there is a lot of sadness, a lot. Yeah, it's right here on the card it says family trouble, disconnection, misaligned values, broken or struggling. You may have felt like the black sheep growing up. These are all things that are contributing to your current reality, Libra, that need to be faced in order for you not to repeat maybe some mistakes that have been made, or for you to invite people into your energy that mishandle you, underappreciate you, undervalue you. These things may all be stemming from, your childhood experiences and the decisions that you're making as a result of them, consciously or subconsciously. All right, desires. It says here, yeah, processing grief. I feel like this is your higher self talking to you. You yourself, Libra, might not be desiring to process grief because you may be feeling a little bit depressed right now, and processing grief isn't even something that you feel like you have the energy to do, right? So I feel like your higher self is nudging you. You're getting divinely nudged here to process the grief because it is needed. It says my losses prove how deeply I loved. Okay, so there you go. um, if somebody turned into a spoiled brat and they weren't appreciative of what you did for them, that doesn't change the fact that you did it in love. That's them, not you. Okay. And so you may be, um, you know, manifesting, remanifesting the way that you felt in your trauma by making something a reflection of you, Libra, a reflection of your value. You know what I mean? Because you didn't feel at one point in another family unit or experience or existence, that you were valued. All right, let's pull an oracle card for obstacles again. Let's pull an oracle card for obstacles for Libra in this situation. Obstacles for Libra in this situation. All right, so the first card says here, find ways to lighten up and not to take everything so seriously. Okay, Libra. So you may be being reeled in by this person's reactions, this person having to adjust, to this new situation. They could be kicking and screaming, and you're being divinely nudged to just kind of shrug it off, brush it off of your shoulders. Otherwise, they're going to reel you in. They're going to entangle you in their emotions. And at the end of the day, if you are adamant about the decision that you've made, their kicking and screaming isn't going to matter. So there's no need for you to take it on as an additional burden. You know that you're acting in love. You know that you're teaching someone how to fish instead of giving them one single fish to eat, right? Sometimes people don't realize if you are a supply source, what if something happens to you? You haven't properly loved someone if you haven't taught them how to live without you. Whoa, where did that come from? That was so deep. You haven't properly loved someone if you haven't taught them how to live without you. My goodness. It says here, your life is so special. Treat it with loving care. Okay. So you're not, you know, it's almost as if you're valuing others, or in the in the past, one of the mistakes you've made is that you value others more than you value yourself, right? And so you teach people how to treat you, or you create monsters. Okay, so you're not treating yourself, your life, like it's special. You treat your life as if it's here to serve others, and that may be stemming from the lack of boundaries from childhood. What are these cards doing here? It says here, clear your mental and physical clutter. You will feel so much better. Maybe, clean your environment. I know that always makes me feel better. And when I'm not in a good state, it gets crazy. It says here, you have such a bright light inside. Stop dimming it. So, yeah, I mean, once the messages start repeating, I know that I can stop and move on. But yeah, again, it's valuing yourself. You're dimming your light for others. It's time for you to take center stage. It's time for you to put yourself first. That's a block here. It teaches people, even though what you're trying to do is show someone that you are worthy of being loved, right? That's really where all of this is coming from. But love honestly doesn't have to be worked for. Most people love us regardless of what we do. So when you're working for it, you're putting a price tag on it. You're teaching people that you are for sale. And what I mean that is that your energetic currency has a value, right? Where truly people should consider your energetic currency to be invaluable. Alrighty, so for solutions, celebrate yourself, celebrate for no reason. But I feel like there is a celebration that's coming up for you, Libra. Um, Go out and have a good time. Don't say no. Don't stay stuck in the house. It says here you're being asked to celebrate a recent accomplishment, no matter how big or small. Do something special to commemorate the moment. You deserve that and so much more. So definitely celebrate yourself. And it says here, slow down. Life isn't a race, nor is it a competition. You need to slow down. Doing so doesn't make you weak or less than. It makes you strong, wise, and much better able to navigate life with clarity and ease. So there may be a need to really reassess whether something makes you weak or or less than, right? Like if you're approaching, making decisions based on, oh, this makes me look weak, or if you're cutting someone off, they might be saying to you, oh, what, are you broke, you don't have any money anymore, like there's a flaw in you, there's a weakness in you, right? So, and or that might be the voice inside of your head, right? So don't do that. Don't, when you make a decision that you feel is in your best judgment, pivoting and adjusting takes a lot of strength, and it takes a lot of courage. A lot of people don't have the courage to change and make the necessary adjustments. It's not a weakness at all. Okay. And then the last card for the solution is focus. You're being asked to shift your focus away from what isn't working and toward what is. Paying extra attention to where you place your focus is the first step toward creating an amazing life. So it's a little bit about what we were saying in the obstacles here, where, if you're putting your effort into others, who's paying attention to you? And one way to not create a monster is to, you know, pour into yourself. So by shifting your focus here, shift your focus from, the areas that have where you've created problems, maybe made mistakes, and focus on the areas that you can actually improve upon right now. That's really going to help you a lot with this situation and just dealing with the stress of it. Slowly but surely you'll start to feel more upbeat, a little bit, more lighthearted and uplifted. Okay, if you shift the focus into things that make you feel happy, nurtured, and poured into, Libra. Libra, I hope these messages have been helpful for you. Thank you so much for your support and your viewership. If you have enjoyed these messages, please like, share, comment, subscribe. Any interaction with the channel lets the YouTube algorithm know that you'd like to see and hear more from me. And I am certainly here for it, Libra. All right. Until next time, take care of you.